Well, we are a gallery in London. We have been established from 29 years now in Cork Street, which is a center of the art market in London. And we are dealing in 19th and 20th early French paintings. I'm also specialized in the Barbizon school because there is a tradition in England, you know, about the Barbizon school, because it's really close from the landscape painters like Constable, Bonington, and things like that, you know. So there is a relation between these two schools, you know. And as now we are the only dealers in London dealing in that field, you know, so we have quite a good reputation, you know, so in this field. Well, because the English are people who are traveling, you know, they are traveling a lot, you know, because they are people from an island, you know, so they like Italian pictures, they like French pictures, you know, and they like pictures more than the French, you know. The French are more interested in furnitures or contemporary, you know, and if you go to the National Gallery, if you go to the Wallace collection, you know, at the Courtauld, you will see a lot of French picture, you know. Well, that's a difficult question, you know, because I'm dealing more with collectors, you know, and the collectors, the collectors have the time, you know, so there are certain people who are building a collection for a very short time, you know, like in contemporary, you know, so they want a profit, immediate profit, you know. In my field, it's more complicated, you know, because it takes time. I think the best thing is to get the best quality, you know, because the best quality and the well-known artist, you know, because in a way, you know, if you have a good name, you know, so but you need to find the right picture, you know. If you buy a Corot, you need to buy the right Corot, you know. If you buy just a sketch which is not good, you know, so it's not a question of price. People think, well, in a gallery it will be more expensive, you know, but the thing is, it's not the way you buy the work, it's the work itself which is important, you know. It should be in an auction, it should be in a gallery, you know, so well, the Barbizon, some artists were underrated, you know, and now they are the price, you know, so they don't lose money, but they don't make a huge profit, you know. So it's I think the first thing is to buy for love, you know, just because you take pleasure of seeing them, you know, and that's the best things to do, you know. Yeah, well, the TEFAF is really the best, you know. It's the most. I was participating at the TEFAF in 1978 when it was in a small place. It was a very provincial fair, you know. One year was the antiques, the other year was the picture, you know. And it started like that, you know. And it was in a small village, small town. Nobody knows it. And now Maastricht is all over the world known as the best art fair in the world, you know. So there was it's a fair done by the dealers, you know, organized by the dealers, and they understand that what the most important is to do business, you know. We are in a fair not for prestige, not only to be known, but to sell and meet people and sell a picture, you know. So that's the thing, you know, and it's a commercial fair, you know, but the people are coming from America, from Europe, from Southeast, from everywhere, you know, just to buy, you know, because there is nothing else to do in Maastricht, you know, just to see pictures, you know, and the stands are much bigger, you know, and less expensive, you know, so they've got about 280 people, you know, 280 exhibitors, you know. It means that it's a fantastic choice, you know, and I think in these days people want to have the choice, you know. They've got the internet, they know everything about the picture, but they want to see the pictures together, you know, and the TEFAF is the way as they can do, you know, because we need to compete the auction house, you know, and to compete the auction house is to bring our force together, you know, and our force is to give the choice to the client, you know, not to be, because the people doesn't go anymore in the galleries, you know, so it's too complicated. They have no time without traveling, you know, and in a fair like the TEFAF, you know, they see all what they want, you know. If they're looking for one artist, they can see 10, 20, 30 examples of this artist, you know. They can compare the choice, the quality, framing and everything, you know. And finally, what is important is when they leave the fair, they have bought something.